Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on a calculator that can help kilt makers, so it's based in inches for those who aren't metric. And we've been doing a fair bit. At this point, I want to get to the ability to enter fractions. So I did a couple things offline between last time and this time. First is I swapped the logo around a little bit. It used to have red plus slash divided by and yellow stripes. I decided the text, the operators weren't popping out enough, so I switched the color there. All right, I also dealt with those. We had those content view tests. They were built around ViewInspector, and I've just been frustrated with the way I have to distort the design to support it, and the slow speed, and the tendency to give us those little purple thread errors. So I converted all those tests to calculator tests. It was very straightforward. I'll show it in a second, and eliminated the view inspector and restored the grid kind of how we had it. Along the way, we had some extensions to the EGTest stuff. I moved those into a separate file, EGTest+extensions. And then I also went through the process and released my beta to my one user. And first thing she looked for was like, okay, if I have 23.5 inches, it's like, okay, we can't enter those for you directly. You'd have to divide it. It's like, oh. So that's why we're doing fractions today. All right, let's see. So what I'm looking for is we have 31415, so strings of digits is already working. If they hit the decimal point, 314.15, I'd like that to be that fraction. Then I want to add the ability to do sort of rational fractions. And one notion I have is if you just have one slash and no number after it, it really means eighths. And if it's two slashes, it means sixteenths. Okay. I borrowed that from the stuff we were doing with the music world because they did that for their eighth notes. They kind of did some doubling up and stuff like that. So I think it'll make sense to people. The kilt makers, they mostly work in eighths or sixteenths if it's fractions. So yeah, that'll be fine. You can also do a regular fraction, 314/15. There's no 314//15. All right. And then if you want a whole number and then some fractions, 314.1/ is 314 1/8, and then 2/ is 1/16, and a number. Well, you could use 8 or 16, but you can also use 5 or 3 or whatever you want. So we're going to support all these combinations. I want to take the easiest thing first. Well, let's see. In some ways, that's the decimal. Maybe not. Maybe it's the sixteenths. If you end with //. The other thing is we've had this notion that you could, ways to enforce that we don't get syntax errors. And as you get all these combinations, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different variations of ways to enter it in. It's going to cause some complexity. I don't know. It would be nice if we could prevent you from typing 3.14.15.16. Okay. I don't think we can, at least in the context or the concept we have going now. If we did this thing to only allow characters that were valid, that might work. Oh, and there's another little subtle thing. The decimal point, right now, what we actually show is the mid dot. So it's a dot in the middle of the line, which looks good enough when you're trying to separate, 1 and 1/8. So it's not ambiguous with 11/8 or anything like that. So that mid dot is nice there. But for numbers, if it's 314.15, you'd like that dot to be an actual decimal point. So we may come to that on the display side. We don't have decimal displays at this point, so maybe it's not a concern, but there's a little ambiguity there. It'd be nice in a perfect world if you type 314.15, it uses the normal decimal point. And if you then follow by a slash, it goes, oh, I see, it wasn't really a plain old decimal point. It's a fraction. I think I'm just going to leave the midpoint, the mid dot in there for now. Maybe find a bolder version of that. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at the tests. Well, I can show you the first thing first. Yeah, you never know what the user needs. Our tests. Okay, so they were 5 seconds, 5 point some seconds according to the test runner. Now it's saying, oh, I did that in 0.156 seconds. All right, now we sat here talking for 3 seconds, so I don't think it's really quite accurate, but it's a ton faster anyway. I'll take it. Okay, that's a lot more like I expect things to go. And let's see where we did that. I guess calculator tests. Basically, I'd started making this function that converts the keystrokes into, or an analog of the keystrokes into the calculator steps. Okay. And I think last time I had already done some of this. I'd converted these test cases to use that. I pushed them the rest of the way, so everything uses that. And then let's get down to the cases we brought in. Yeah, I think all these were ones we brought in. Like this stuff, it really didn't change the examples. It changed this. I switched over to EGassert display input, and that's fine. That's great. Actually, it means we have sort of like BDD tests where you don't really have a definition of, is this a unit test or a higher level test or a full end-to-end test. The test case is the test case in kind of a minimal form. And I think, for string test cases, this is about right. At any rate, it was a pretty quick move to change these over. All right, let's see, to do. Okay, well, this is a minor thing. On our screen, we have the plus or minus key down on the bottom, which is where most calculators put it. But I would actually, most of them don't use a slash to enter fractions. So I would like to pull that over and put it next to here. So that's a pretty quick change. It's really a view change. Let's see, disabled keys, that's fine. We'll leave it disabled for a moment. Where did we list those? Where's our grid? Keypad.contents. Okay, so percent, so 22. After yard, foot, inch, we want slash, plus or minus. And one reason I want to do that is I can see at some point when we're putting in other screens, I have this notion of a pleat a pleat, I don't know what you call it, a pleat model. You fold the cloth in different ways to get different kinds of pleats, and I could see needing this 789 down through / box as sort of a mini keypad to enter that stuff. So we'll that gives us a tighter look in that case. I don't want to put it up here in the full keypad and then down here on the new one. Also, dot and slash kind of go together the way we're doing entry. So I will keep that there. Yeah, I think this in the corner makes sense. This is at least next to the operators, so I guess that's all right. All right. Well, that runs, so let's commit that. Okay, so change. Oh, I guess I got the icon adjustments in this check-in too. Change, so plus or minus and slash swap places. So slash is near numeric keypad. Now, Swift has a way that you can tell fields like only provide a keypad, a number keypad, or provide letters only or letters and digits or stuff like that, that you can do keyboards, but they don't have a custom one. So I think we're gonna probably pull a little mini component out for that. Okay, to do. Well, this is done. Entering fractions. What is going to be easiest? Well, it might be easiest to do these two. If it ends with a slash or a slash slash, then we know to turn it into a fraction. Okay, so let's copy all these. Put these up. It'd be better off swapping the order here. The two we're doing first. We'll edit these others as we go. Okay. I almost think this is easier. All right, let's put them both in. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I think we in effect gather all the numbers right now and turn them into a value. This will do that same thing. That slash is a good continuation for a number, and how we interpret it, will be the thing. Let's see, calculator tests. So let's say public test fractions. And okay, so if you do 3 slash equals, we expect 3/8. And if you do 7 slash slash, that's 7/16. Okay. And this should be a failing test. Oh. All right. And what do we get? 3. Okay, so it just, well, we don't even handle this character, so. Yeah. Okay. Let's well, I guess we don't even have this here, right? Yeah, we don't have slash. All right, let's add slash. somebody should complain that we don't have case statements for these things. Okay, so our normal thing is okay. That's the operator stuff. Okay, I think we're just going to do slash of entry. Can we do that? Actually, I don't even think we need that. We just need, well, let's see, digit entry. Input add, okay. Well, I'm going to say digit of entry. Does that do that? Entry. Yes. Okay. The name leaves something to be desired. I'm just appending it to the string of digits. All right. And let's do it here. Okay. All right. Should compile now. Okay, and still fails. We haven't done anything. Well, we've probably screwed up number formatting or something. 3 is not equal to 3/8. Okay, so that's let's go to calculator. I think digit. I think this method digit should be called something else. I think it's really like operand, because when we get operands, we just accumulate them like 3 inches. 2 feet 3 inches. We just accumulate that whole thing into the input. So, well, let's look for operand. I don't think we use that name. Okay, so digit. Rename that. Okay. So now we're accumulating that there. And then when we, at some point, we interpret it. Okay. Equals. Well, we format them. Where's the parsing? I guess that's in our evaluator thing. Expression. Okay, so we do this stuff while digits and units push them, well, append them together and then do value.parse on these things. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is slashes are going to have to take that same root, and then this will go. So I think what's happening now is we're just skipping the entry. All right, so we see the 3, we append it, it turns into a 3 here, but the slash, when we see that entry, we just go, oh, it's an ignored thing. I'm not sure that's I'm not sure that's great. Let's I don't know. I don't like leaving these either. Let's run our tests. Should fail the same tests. Maybe I'm taking too big a leap here. Okay. Fractions failed. 3 is not equal to 3/8. Okay, but did we get a printout? Ignored slash. Okay, we should have that a couple times. Yeah. Okay, we have it in there 3 times. So that's what's going on there. All right. I don't know if I don't know if that's strong enough, I guess. We're in the real thing, there's no comment character or anything like that. So this should kind of never happen. So I don't know. Maybe I should do that exit thing and just throw an exception right there, but we'll let it go. All right, so what I'm saying is unit and slash should come in here. Okay, so it should just append that as it finds them and then do a parse. Well, value.parse is going to have to be a bigger deal. Okay, so parse, it gets the numbers. It looks for those. Okay, so it pulls out the words like inches, and then it maps numbers from the string. Okay, that part is not so good. All right, so let's push this. All right, I think everything's equally is back to green because I commented out the tests they're breaking with a slightly better design that accommodates a little more. So let's add slash as an entry, accumulate it on input. Okay. And now I'm going to keep that test commented for a minute and dive down to a lower level test down on value. What can we get rid of? Probably imperial. Value test will want. Let's get this down next to that. Okay. So I want to test parsing on this. Okay, those are okay. All right, so where's parse again? Lost it. All right, parse. We want to give it our new things. Okay, so number then slash is eighths. I don't know. And what does he do when things are bad? He returns error. Okay, good. So assert equal. Okay, if you take value.parse of 3/, the value should be number 375. Okay. All right, and this is going to get Number too big or small. Well, that's definitely the wrong message. Let's see how we get there. Number contains nil. Okay, usually you fail to parse because of that. Here we're failing because slash is in there. All right. Now, I think what we have here, this formatter number from, is the sort of simple number parsing. Yeah. So I'm gonna extract out this. This is parse one number, and I'm gonna do kind of the, I don't know. I might even just do ends with. I don't know if I really need to care that, to get that fancy. But let's take a method, and this is number from number. Let's say from. I think I can say from here. Or for. Maybe from's better. I don't know. I can't quite tell when reserved words are allowed as names. Maybe it's just parse number. Star 0. Oh, this has got to be our string. Instance member parse number. Oh, I guess I gotta be. Cannot find formatter. Okay. I think that's the only place it's used, so we don't need it here. Double type double. Why did that work so well before? I guess he can return an optional double. That's what we did before. Okay. All right, let's make sure this is still good. We should have the one failing test, but nothing else failing. Good. All right. Now let's apply your suggestion. I don't know how I get those in one swoop. Can I do this? Slashes equals digits plus, capture those, Slash optional. And probably should put the matchers on there, the ends. Okay, so I'm saying capture the digits, capture maybe I should just capture the slashes and be a little more semantic. Dot. Negative for the string. Collection containing all matches of specified regex. Now, I don't know what happens here. Both assets are optional. Yeah, right. You can have 0, 1, or 2. Here I'm allowing 0 or more, so we'll have to check if it's more than 2. I mean, it's a natural extension, but it's just not relevant. It's probably a bumped key. All right, so now I guess I'd like to know, I'd like to think matches is going to contain a string of digits required and a string of slashes. All right, so let number part equals matches sub 0, let slashes equal matches sub 1. Well, maybe this. Matches sub 0 takes the place of string. And this should be collection of string, I hope. Output, I think. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it in like that. Slash 0 through 2. Okay, are you? Can I convert that? Dot match. Okay, I gotta look up string dot match. Nope. String isn't anything else. What? This, oh, matches. Where's that coming from then? Substrings. Setting contains matches of. Oh, so weird. Setting is a string, contains settings that matches up. Swift string matches. Ugh. Sorry. Okay. I'm not sure what. Yeah, that's true too. Why this compiles. Let's hide that for a minute. Make sure that it compiles. Oh. Oh, people. This is. Like, why is it not taking me to. Okay, there we go. Bidirectional collection does that. Okay. What is regex output.match? Is a range. So I'm getting back a array of ranges, basically. Output.match is a range of this. Regex, regex, substring, substring, substring. Well, I only count 2 substrings, but okay. Oh, $0 is the whole thing and $1? Okay. Let's try again. Let number part, well, wonder what matches is. Okay. Number part equals formatter. Well, let's just pull this out first. String sub matches sub 0. Okay. And then subscript requires regex match conform to range expression. That sure seems to. This, oh. Match is a struct match. Oh, with the output. Okay. Hopefully string or string optional. Regex output. I don't know what that is either. Input type equals output. Has a substring. A with captures creates a regex little or the init has as tuples of substrings of its output type. This component is this. I'm getting lost here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do. I need to make sure it's all there, but I guess I'm trying to figure out how to get to the components, even assuming they're all there. So if this is matches sub 0, his type is regex.match dot output. And output dot 0. Why that's matches sub 0. Okay, and let's print x. Okay, so we're still on our test. Okay, let's see. Okay, he put out 3/. I think 0 is the whole string. 1 should be the first capture, and then 2 should be the second capture. So let's see if we're getting that. And then let's not forget test where regex fails. Okay. 3. Okay. Good. All right. Now, okay, so let number string equals this. And then number part is formatter from number string. Okay, dot double value. Substring stuff. Okay, but and then well, let's make this var. Okay, so this is matches. Matches is an array? I don't know if this is right or not. Print slashes. Okay, so we've calculated this. We're not doing anything with it, so I'm just kind of incrementally digging my way there. Huh. Okay. Slashes. Oh, okay. Why? Okay. So we're getting one match back. I don't know how you'd get multiple matches back if this only gets one, because it has two captures. We're getting one match back, match sub 0. Dot 0 is the whole string, dot 1 is the digits, dot 2 is the slashes. Okay, so, well, if slashes is slash, let's just start here. Okay. Number part equals number part divided by 8. Okay. And then here, if number part is nil, then we're just going to return number part. And I don't, this is more complex than I want. Yeah, I just don't know why it's got matches as an array if you can only get to the first element of it. But okay, so now we know number part's not nil, so it's safe to do the division and go from there. Okay, this doesn't do anything. All right, I think we will pass our first case. What do I know? All right. It's just 3.75. Oh. Okay, that's a surprise. All right. So if numbers is empty, no, it's not. Numbers count should equal 1. Okay, so let's stop here. Okay, so let's print units.count is 1. All right, let's print units. Oh, my regular expression splits on 0 through 9. It should split on 0 through 9 slash. Okay. Slash. Okay. This is minimally, well, let's move this up. I should check in. We've done enough. Okay. There's an awful lot that can go wrong with our numbers at this point. So I don't know. We've been using such an easy mechanism that's like get the string of digits and then run it through this number formatter to parse it and you're good. And now there's just so many combinations of digits, dots, slashes. It's gonna make this a mess. Okay. Let's check it. So support slash, how about implicit slash for, eighths. Could split the regular expression in two, grab a match for each match. Yeah, I don't know if it... I don't know. All right, let's see, make sure parse is simplifying down a little. Okay, so we split on spaces, so we split our units out, split our terms, our digits and slashes, and eventually dots. This part seems okay, but we definitely identified problems, potential problems in here. Okay, so this first one is if the number part... Make sure this is always a string. Okay. There's always a match of 0 because whatever it did... Is that true? Well, okay. In our context, we only can send it stuff that's 0 through 9 in slash. So it always has at least one of those because it wouldn't have gotten in here if it didn't. Okay. A little of an argument, but I think it's okay. Groups, okay. Here. No. Say more. You'd think there'd be a simple match of everything, too. Groups in here? No. Oh. Let's see. Is it, how about this? This is going back and forth between string and subsequence. Let me make this a string and cut out a little of this. Parse number. String has no member groups. Yeah, maybe they missed this around. Hey, that's coming in now. Okay, that's progress. Matches of regex dot match. Okay. I don't think, all right, I don't think that's so bad. All right, so if, let's, I think I mean, it's a private function. I'm guaranteeing here that it's never going to be, yeah, it's not exactly guaranteeing, is it? All right, let's make a case. Okay, so let's do a check. Okay, and let's do a check to make sure something comes. If we're empty string, that's probably the most harmful, right, to our cause. Some error. Okay. And this is parse of EGTest equals value dot parse of $0 dot input. Okay. Oh, yeah, extensions and stuff are nice, but they do mislead you sometimes. Okay, so we expect this case to pass. Still, this case will fail because it's not going to get that message. Whether, okay, no value found. That's a good message. All right, I can accept that. Now, let's check. Well, let's check the 16th case. 7 / let's do what I can do in my head. 1 / 0.0625. Okay, implicit 16ths. Okay, and then he should fail. Right, 0.0625, number 1, right. Okay, so here, let's just do this for each slash. For each. We don't care that it's a slash. All right. Oh, that won't work. Sorry. Should work. Okay. I guess this could probably go first. If we're doing ends with, we'd want to do it the other way, but we're not. Okay, so we got that. That's fine. And then the real case, we want to do a triple slash. Well, my hope is, I mean, it's a little weird. Yeah, I wish I could find documentation for this function. Then I might be able to get return a collection containing all matches of the specified regular expression. Maybe there's a case where you're ambiguous or something. You know, you could have something that, like if you had a let's see, what if you match AB star or AB star, and you pass in a ABAB, you could match either one of those cases. So maybe it's doing kind of a you know, all possible parses kind of thing, or all possible matches kind of thing, in which case the matches could come back with a list. I'm guessing that's what they're saying, all matches. So we definitely expect only one choice and one value back. All right. Next test case then, let's do the 3 slashes. And this should be an error. Too many slash. At most 2. I don't think I need a comment on that one. Yeah, but I think you can create, well, you can, there are, I don't know if the Swift regular expressions does it right, but you usually do have operators that you can say be greedy or don't be greedy. But if I was thinking of a case like this, if you match AB or ABAB star, and your input is ABAB, you could be matching. Oops. You could be matching the first one. Well, I'm trying to, I guess I want to make a capture group out of it. One parse will be match the first rule twice, or match the second rule once. But I'm kind of making up my own answer, but I know you can do that with regular expressions, that you can have multiple ways that a regular expression could match a given string. And if that thing is really doing all ways, then I kind of think this is what's going on. But again, I may be wrong. Too many slash, at most 2. Okay. This is going to fail. Number 1. Oh, backslash quote. Okay. I don't know why it should care, given that you don't have the character versus string single quote, double quote thing going on. All right, too many slashes. And let's steal that string. Okay, so if there's one slash, oh dear. Okay. Do I want this to do that? If numbers is empty, okay, that's nothing to do with units. Units don't come in until down, well, at least here. Okay, so let's return a value and we'll check these two things. Okay, so when we get here, number all right, let's return value. Okay, if the number is nil, then we want this. Okay, so that's what he does when he doesn't recognize a number. All right. That should no longer happen. Okay, we're returning value. What about here? Okay, this should be, oh no. I don't know. This is number is nil, return nil. Okay. Maybe we need to return messages. I don't know. I don't know, I'm getting too tangled. It's getting messy. Okay. All right, I don't think I want this to happen here. If numbers is empty, okay. If numbers, So right now this is a pair coming back of the number and that. So I think I got to do like if the first element okay. So okay. So if we run these things through, we get back an empty list, then we know we didn't find a number value. If any of their first components are nil, well, still not good. Numbers dot. Yeah, but I got to do that for any of them, right? So, maybe I'd be better off running through them as a list for each. Okay. If $0.0 is nil, oh no, that still doesn't do it. Or does it? It's a closure. I can't escape 2 levels, can I? Well, maybe, okay, if I map it, how about filter? Include it when $0.0 is nil. I'm going to get that first error. Okay, we find the ones that failed and return first. First, I guess first where in the first place would be better. Where $0 equals nil. Yeah, okay, so First area's type is double string optional. Oh, dot error. Okay. All right, now numbers. Okay, at this point, we know there is at least one number, and it is not an error. It's not nil. Honestly, there's at least one number. No numbers are nil at this point. And we want to take numbers sub 0 dot 0 bang. Okay, let me do this differently. Let's take, let's call this number potential numbers. Okay, potential numbers, this, and then let numbers equal potential numbers dot map $0.1 Okay. So now we're kind of back where we were. Numbers is an array of one or more doubles. Okay. And now this should all be okay. All right. We should get our message, should get our triple slash message properly now. Golly. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess I should check for. Okay, it's not an error to have 0 slashes. If slashes is empty, we just fall through here. Otherwise, we do some work and then come through here. All right. Good. Okay, so now let's check our check. I gotta take this comment out. 1 slash works, 2 slashes works, 3 slashes gets too many errors. And this gets the error no value found. I think we should have a test that has that. If I could type. Text. Okay, we do have tests that throw in weird characters and check that. Let's put this. Well, let's make another test. Okay. So we're handling slash or slash slash to be eighths or sixteenths. Error if too many slashes. All right. Good start. A little painful, but we're there. I don't know. I think we'll let this grow and then see if we can do some more refactoring and decide what to do about it. Because the whole expression, again, we can have, decimal points and numbers before or after the slashes and various kinds of errors and so on. So we'll take from there. But we've done these two cases. Okay, let's take a break. So 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll come back and cover some more cases on this thing. See you then. Welcome back. All right, let's take that case. Just a slash. And I kind of don't care what the error is if we support it now, but let's put slash and then numbers too. All right. We expect these to fail. I'm hoping they both fail with errors. This one could be the no value found. That would be ideal. And maybe we should just check that. No, even better. Okay, matches sub 0, sub output sub 1. Okay, yeah, so matches sub 0 out of range. Okay, so it did not match. Yeah, so you're right. That was your question earlier, if we didn't match. All right. If matches dot length, is that right? Matches dot is empty, is right. Good enough. We're going to return nil with, I think no value found would be accurate. Okay, and I think that applies to both these cases now. That message is probably not the best. Well, the only way it fails is if there are no digits. Let's do something. Let's go the other way. If string starts with, well, I thought there was just a starts. Yeah, well, the only thing it can be, theoretically, I mean, theoretically, we don't get in here unless you have a digit or a slash. And let me, now, how robust we have to be against that, I don't know. But here's our expression thing. Evaluate, and he looks for digits, units, or slashes. So that's the only things that are theoretically allowed to be in what's incoming. If it's not that, we want to know. So I don't think you get in here unless you have one or more digits or slashes, right? But if it starts with a slash, that's a problem. Okay. And at that point, matches can't be empty. If matches, well, maybe I can even just do it this way and make even more sure. Or another way would be to make this optional and then complain if it doesn't have it. Do you have to start with that 0? I don't know. Like some calculators let you type just 0.7. We may. Okay, I think if it starts with a slash, you can't start with a slash. Okay, let's make that much true. Okay, whoops. Value tests. So I'm saying my ideal error is this in these two cases. I think this is true. Okay, we can. In which case, I don't want to. Yeah, 0.7 is definitely another future test case. We don't do any points yet. I think I'm going to argue my way that this is the case, that if it starts with a slash, it's an error. Otherwise, it consists of digits and slashes, so it must start with a digit. Because that's the only things that can be in here, really. And this should be a can't happen kind of thing that we got here with no digits. We may face this. Well, we may rearrange this when we get to decimal points. All right. These tests should pass. Oh, yeah. Okay, so check that operand does not start with a slash. Okay, now let's revel for a moment in it actually working, assuming it does. Okay, well, if I have 16, haha, there you go. That last inch of connection, we lost the tests for those. So let's find content, or I guess it's keypad. Keypad. Slash should be dot slash. Okay. Oh, we had a list of not supported things. Unfortunately, you can't. You can't like compare the functions off something. So, yeah. Okay. So this a two-step deal. All right, that's a good sign. Okay, 16 divided by 16/8. Oops, we don't do that yet. 16 slash is 2. Did I get it? Oh. What? Okay. Why can I not enter? Okay, so we're entering a digit and we're entering a slash. That's just input.add. Now something's wrong. Where are these things? Previous entry, input to nil. I thought we were accumulating these somewhere. I don't think we're enforcing that. I mean, we would like to, but all right, let's clear. Okay, something's off. Clear doesn't clear, so we're in a bad place. Let's see if 16 equals. Yes, that's fine. 1/ equals. That's not fine. Okay, so what's confusing me is operand. We're building up to input. That's a good question. Well, no message. And it's still running, so I don't think it crashed. I wonder if it didn't get consumed somewhere or something. I don't know. Okay, binary, no. Where's digit? Okay, previous input equals input. It's empty nil, otherwise last. Okay, previous entry is not nil, and it is not a unary operator. Okay, oh, this slides it in. Sorry, if it is a unary operator, remove the operator, put it in, and put the operator back. Otherwise, just put it in. But we are adding to input. Oh, I guess. Okay. Yeah, we accumulate everything. I forgot we switched this around. So we're accumulating everything, and then in here, digit unit slash. Okay, we build them all up. Entry is operand. Okay. Okay, we don't have explicit test for is operand, so let's make sure that worked, and then we'll come back and do the test. It's a clumsiness of enums. I don't know. It's kind of a compromised place to do some sort of type things on enums. You can do it if they don't have values, but a lot of ours have values, so 16/ is 16/8 is 2. Okay. Let's test that on entry. I don't think we even have entry tests. Entry tests. Nope. Okay. Well, let's fix that. Tests. Oh, John Reed updated his test package. I should pull that in too. Now I don't know why he has the blank line and the weird indents. Whoops. Okay. But here's entry. Let's get to entry tests. Well, is operand. Entry dot digit dot is operand should be true. Type int goes to entry, has no member. Entry dot digit. Oh, gotta put one in. I'm all over this keyboard today. Okay. Inches. Oh, slash. I think we have a dot inch. Okay. This test should pass now. All right, and we'll run. I guess we just had a test, so this should not be a mess. So 3/8, 375. Oh, I don't have to care because we got our fractions. Good. All right. So add test for entry dot is operand and hook up slash so calculator can enter them. All right. Next case. Well, where's to do? Because I'm not keeping up with it. Implicit 16ths, implicit 8ths. Yes. Decimal points. How about explicit fraction? That's probably the next one. Usually I put this on the bottom of these. Okay. That's a combo. That's a combo. That's a combo. All right. So. Okay, so this. Let's get to value. Parse number. All right. So let's add a test for 3/4. Expect number 0.75. I guess numerator and denominator. Yeah, I think, well, it's funny. They use a little bit of decimals I think because so much of what they do, they end up having to, well, they end up converting it so they can divide it on a calculator, the regular calculator, and then they have to kind of convert back. So, I mean, like, definitely my wife the other day when she wanted to try it, it's like, oh, this is 43 inches, and half that is 21 and a half, 21.5. Okay, well, it's 0.5 because she's used to converting it to decimal, so she can go to the next step of using a calculator to get it back. So in that sense, yes. And I think also it kind of makes sense to be able to enter decimals. It's reasonable. So I'm going to support it. And also sort of like we've been doing to sort of make it so any reasonable sequence of keystrokes that has a reasonable interpretation gets that interpretation. I think that's fine. And then I also think, like, we just do right now we're just supporting the rounding to eighths and sixteenths. I could believe they might want to go to decimal numbers at some point for some reason, and just flip it back, flip that around so that they would still need to enter decimals. They won't get them as output, which in this mode anyway, which I think is fine. I mean, that's probably desirable from their point of view. They take that decimal output and they try and figure out, like, how many eighths is this, and you get okay at it, but it's mental load. All right, so this will break. That's not what I had in mind, but okay. Error can't happen. Yeah, because it doesn't match. Oh, well, I don't know if that violates the can't happen rule because it is a legitimate number. The thing we're gonna have to watch out for is like 1/2/3 is not going to be a legal number. But I think we'll get that. Okay. Now I'm gonna refine slash, and then I want to say, well, there could be 0 through 9 plus. Okay. And then actually it's star. Okay. So now I'm going to allow that coming in, and this thing's going to figure out, okay, match 0, output 1. Okay. Oh, yes, right. I'm imagining that just like we had, with display in, stop. Display inches, we did the rounding. I'm imagining another thing that said round to, and we started to put it in as an explicit thing, but it's like, well, they just do eighths of inches. Yeah, 3/4 will be 6/8 as far as they're concerned. But I could imagine another drop downy thing like this that's display round either eighths and sixteenths or decimal, and then they'd get 0.75 out in that case. It's one of those things I'm waiting a little bit to see if it ever is needed, but there's a little room for it. I'm also noticing this is very faint. It's not so bad, I guess. That's that green. Maybe that should be bold. Okay, let me just make a note. But yeah, so I think the value should be accepted. It should display as 6/8. And is not what I did in the test. Oh, I did number. Okay. So yeah, so the number isn't really, I mean, it's still a legitimate number at this point. It's the display is not part of the representation. So when we go to format it, it will show up as 6/8. So if we did this as a calculator test, the answer would be 6/8. And maybe that would be a good test at some point. Okay, now we're getting a can't happen, right? Because it didn't match the full formula. It should match this one. All right, and now how do I want to get this going? Oh, it's like it ends with, yeah, it's in output.3. Let's say, let's make a divisor. Default it to 1. If slash is, and down here we'll say number part equals number part slash divisor. Okay, and I'll do divisor equals 8. Divisor equals 16. Okay. And then this one, number part equals nil. And he's okay. And then I guess in here, we want to parse that other number. Is this too much to do? Okay, this is the fraction part. Okay. If from number string, well, I'm going to say let fraction string equals this sub 3, as you say. Okay. Just to get the pieces together. Okay, so I got the matches, I got the fraction string. I'm gonna do this to it. Okay, fraction part equals from fraction string. Yeah. If fraction string is, well, I think it'll be an error just without knowing the contents, right? But okay, so we'll get the fraction string, the fraction part, and then I guess this is if fraction string is empty, not. Then we're going to do this stuff, including divisor equals fraction part. Okay, but yeah, let's put that other test. All right, I'll comment that out. Okay, if the fraction string is not empty, then figure out the fraction part and make that the new divisor, and then down here we'll come with that. Okay, otherwise return nil. Okay, I think that should be what it needs. Okay, and then to your point, this should be mouse 1/ranges. This will fail. Zero 0.1875. So that's 3/16. What is that? And I guess I need to be putting those quotes on. I'll break a couple other cases here. All right. 1875. I don't know what that is. 3/4 of 3/16. I don't know. But we're going to make the message come out. All right. So if we get in here, /2 slashes, and if not fraction string is empty, then return nil and this. Expect error. Oh, yes, thank you. And then this one, fix these other two. Can't start with that. Okay. Okay, so allow fractions. Check for, so check that they don't use // All right, now there's another problem. Okay, it's the 1/2/3 problem, and I think that's gonna be a can't happen. I think I want to say use divided by. I guess that's keypad again. Keypad.divine. Yeah, that's right. I think we're going to get the wrong message. Now, it's a little weird to me. I don't know. Should it be wrong? Where are we? Expression, no. Value. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to get our can't happen. Yeah. It feels like they should be told. I can refine this. So the way it is now, assume you come in with a series of digits and slashes. That's what gets you in here. The only way this is a problem is if you try and do multiple slashes and then digits and multiple slashes, slash digit, multiple disconnected slashes, maybe. So I think the way we are now, this message will be the right message at this point. There might be an argument for a better message. At most one. Well, yeah. I mean, I think the way we are now, assuming, wait a minute, string starts with slash. I just did something wrong there. This one. I'm willing to assume the string is only digits and slashes. Yeah. If it doesn't end with two slashes, there's more than one. Yeah, this is not perfect. It's going to get worse with dots, so I'm going to let it ride a little bit. At most one slash and operand used divided by. I don't know. I want to say something like only simple fractions. Or complex fractions. Complex is a little loaded in math, but perhaps that's when you get to the is empty check. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking is if it doesn't match this stuff, then we can think of the plausible things that can go wrong. One of them is it matches something with multiple slashes that don't. Yeah. So if they say, I want that second slash to be a divided by sign, I don't know if that's legit or not. There's going to be a little confusion about divided by versus slash, and maybe use slash only for simple fractions. Use divided by for complex fractions. I don't know. I think I'll make that the message for now, but let's run it and see what that looks like. Test is not current. 1/2/3, whoops, /3 equals. It's too much. I only put a line limit of 2 in there. Keep trying to type 1/2/3 equals. Well, let's make this accommodate my display. Oops. Multi-line dot. Is it size or something? I can't remember. Line limit. Yeah, that's the one. I don't know if that'll give me. Yeah, that may be I put it on this smaller phone in the simulator. Yep. So I think it does grow. So you're right. It's out of space. Let's put it in a scroll view. Well, the message has to be tighter. Maybe it's just use this. Yeah. Okay, I can live with that. I think these are all subject to user tests. Maybe division. Whoops. Yeah, it may be. I mean, division is left associative, right? So it'd be 7 divided by 3 divided by 2. It could, we could do it. Then it's like, what do I need divided by? But most of the time, people are just going to type 3/8. Yeah. I mean, there's that would probably be good. Let me tweak that look again a little bit more. Content view. I'm just going to put a spacer up here. I think that'll look better. Maybe the spacer belongs at the bottom. No, why am I getting all this space? Did I miss? No, that's the grid, all right. I guess I can live with it for now. Well, let me try the spacer at the top. Oops. Maybe that scroll view is the problem. I suspect the scroll view is giving it as much space as it can take, and then it scrolls the rest. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to fuss with that one. Right, let's make sure we're running good. Okay, so allow fractions. I have the contents of the boxes are aligned trailing. No, I think what's going on is you got the history such as it is. You got this scroll view with the text in it. I think when it allocates space, it's this picker is sort of a constant size. The grid is a constant size. The text here is a constant size. And it says, okay, how much text do you want? Well, the scroll view says, give me as much space as is available, and then I'll divide up, I'll use the contents of it when I can. If I made it 3 lines minimum or something like that, it would probably look a little better. I can take the scroll view out. Right now I don't have messages that are too long, so maybe the scroll view out is the best compromise at this point. I think it looks better. Oh, come on. I definitely like the space on the top and the bottom better. Okay, so all right, let's adjust view. We'll when we add the history, I think we'll get a little pickier on how all that works together. So I'm not going to sweat it too much now. Explicit fraction. This one works. Okay. And okay. Maybe that would be better to just accept it. I don't know. Okay. Decimal points. I guess we're covering that here. All right. So next test. Well, 1.25. We expect the number 1.25. Simple decimal. Now, this may be the mid dot. I'm not quite sure. We'll check that. All right, this will fail as it goes now. I don't know why those are still complaining. Well, it doesn't have to necessarily be recursive, but yeah. This is just an error of some sort. Yeah, okay. Because he doesn't expect. It's no longer the case that any slash is a problem. So, all right. Let's see. Come back to this regular expression we keep banging on. All right, so now it allows an optional dot, which may not be right, dot 0 through 9 plus optional. Okay. And everything's going to get adjusted. Okay, so now output.1 is the same, but 2 goes to 3 and 3 goes to 4. Like, why do you hate these? I can tell you. try a different way. Okay, I'm going to say that. And now we have to check for those multiple decimal points. Okay, but we're allowing them in the string match. All right, let's see what happens. I think we're going to allow the right case. If there's no dots, you don't have the one match. I think I do, because I just had to have one of these. It's going to mess... I don't have to have a dot. I just have to have... I could have a dot. If I have a dot alone, then there's a problem. If I don't have a dot, it shouldn't be a problem. But here I am not working, so... Okay, inches 1.25. Oh. That's that same problem. Okay. Now our entry test is going to pay. I think this is just dot. Nope. Oh, it should be, but we don't have it yet. Okay. Entry. I'll put it after here. Case dot. Okay. Well, everybody's going to complain. What's your problem? Oh, he's still finding those. So. Yeah, we don't until it shows up. Until we get through the whole number with either if we have a slash in it, then it's a fractional separator, and if it doesn't, then it's a decimal. And we're going to have some ambiguity here. I'm not sure dot and that and all that is going to quite work out, but this should run tests again anyway. Okay. Entry test failed. All right. Let's fix entry test. Because his operand failed. Wait. 1.25, expect number 1.25. Okay. Inches. Yeah, I think you're right. It's probably gonna have to match both. But here, I'm confused. Okay, dot's an operand. Value. Okay. I guess expression. Oh no, value test shouldn't care about that. Okay. Value test is expecting a dot. He gets a string, so he's independent of that problem. Not saying it won't show up in a minute here, but okay, so value says 0 through 9 plus, okay. Why does he get inches? That sounds like he's, I guess let's track him through. Match number part is output 1, which is 0 through 9 dot. Okay, let's stop here. Just take this one case. String is 1.25. If let's, I don't know if we can make any sense of matches. It's got a lot of stuff in it. Okay. Well, but matches sub 0. .25. Yes, that's what we'd expect. Okay, step over. All right, now number part is 1.25 double. Okay. Nil? No. Slashes? No. Divisor is 1. Okay. Number part 1.25, divisor 1. Okay. Let's go out. .25. Okay. Node equals nil. Map them to the value. And units. Okay. Units has one value. Dot. I didn't put my legal characters in again. Yeah, it's because I left out that filtering of characters to. We do this by saying the units are everything that isn't a digit character, and the digits are everything that isn't a unit character. But I left out the dot here, so it thought the dot was still a unit character. All right, am I running? Okay. So this one, that works. Now is where it gets ugly and complicated. Okay. This expects an error. It's probably all done. Maybe I wouldn't mind pulling that out. Oops. I'm messing something up. Let's go do that here. At least to the top of the method would help. Let unit characters equal that, which doesn't need the word regex. Okay, this should be a failure because we don't check for ... All right. So all right, we've matched this number string here, but oh yeah, we're at the end. Okay. Well, we have a failing test to remind us where we are, but we basically need to check out to make sure we're not allowing double 2 dots anywhere, and that we can do much more simply. Well, we can find a way to do that. I think it can be done more simply than we are. All right. And tomorrow it is. So tomorrow, 2 to 4:30 Eastern time and 6 to 8:30 p.m. UTC. Oh, I have an appointment tomorrow afternoon at 4 Eastern time. So we'll probably stop an hour early, 45 minutes early, something like that tomorrow. All right. Thanks for joining today. Thanks, Mudshark666. And anybody else watching, take care. Come back again sometime. Thanks. Bye-bye.